let's talk about dialogue. Aster uses this emotional realism, this thematic layering. It's emotionally raw, it's uncomfortable. People don't just say what they mean. They never say what they mean until they do. Aster keeps his characters grounded. They always stay in the emotional reality of the scene. There's no show-off writing with dialogue. There's no cool one-liners or trying to be funny or cute. It is true to what is going on. Page 58, this is the golden calf of the screenplay as far as dialogue is concerned. This is the monologue where Annie goes off on Peter. This is where she would have earned her Oscar nomination in 2025. It's amazing writing. It's a beautiful performance. And here it is.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Do you understand? All I do is worry and slave and defend you. And all I get back is that fucking face on your face. So full of disdain and resentment and always so annoyed. Well, now your sister is dead. And I know you miss her. And I know it was an accident, and I know you're in pain, and I wish I could take that away for you. I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead. She is gone forever. And what a waste. If it could have maybe brought us together or something. If you could have just said, I'm sorry, or faced up to what happened. Maybe then we could do something with this, but you can't take responsibility for anything. So now I can't accept, and I can't forgive, because nobody admits anything they've done.
We talked earlier about the slow burn nature of this film and something that's very popular now in modern prestige horror. Sometimes it's just walking around, looking in the room, thinking, building this tension. Sometimes it's the speed of which the actors bring to life these monologues, taking their time, really breathing life into it, being authentic and true to what the character would be saying in that situation, how they would be saying it, rather than just trying to get through it quickly so that the pace of the film continues. Okay, so there's a great example of that here on page 21-22. This is Collette doing some more heavy lifting. So look at the words here on the page and how much space they take up, and imagine in your mind how long you think this would take. A pretty good amount of time, but not like a long, long time. I want you to watch this scene and see how she delivers these lines, and it's important as a screenwriter to think about these things as you're writing your screenplays. Also look at the slow push into her while she's talking. It's a beautiful camera movement, but it creates this anxiety and tension, and it also carries us along into her words so that we're not losing interest in what she has to say. It's signaling to our brain, even if we're not consciously knowing it at the time, that, hey, this is important. We're being brought into her personal space. He doesn't, ironically enough, depict that on the page. This is something I guess he and his cinematographer decided on when they were putting the shot sheets and everything together. So let's pay attention to those two things as we watch this scene.
My name's Annie.
I am Annie.
My mom died a week ago, so I'm just here for trying it. I have a lot of resistance to things like this, but I came to these a couple of years ago. Well, I was forced to come. And I guess it helped. So my mom was old, and she wasn't altogether there at the end. And we were pretty much estranged before that, so it really wasn't a huge blow. But I did love her. And she didn't have an easy life. She had DID, which became extreme at the end, and dementia. And my father died when I was a baby from starvation because he had psychotic depression. And he starved himself, which I'm sure was just as pleasant as it sounds. And then there's my brother. My older brother had schizophrenia. And when he was 16, he hanged himself in my mother's bedroom. And of course, his suicide note blamed her, accusing her of putting people inside him. So that was my mom's life. And then she lived in our house at the end before hospice. We weren't even talking before that. I mean, we were, and then we weren't. And then we were. She's completely manipulative until my husband finally enforced a no contact rule, which lasted until I got pregnant with my daughter. I didn't let her anywhere near me when I had my son, which is why I gave her my daughter, who she immediately stabbed her hooks into. And I felt guilty again. When she got sick, not that she was really even my mom at the end, and not that she would ever feel guilty.